I just did a tweet about this. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm looking on the screen here, but have a look at this cheeky little thing here. I've seen this as I was doing this, setting this up. I saw this across not just one pair. If it was one pair, I'd be like, oh, well, that's a glitch. This is across multiple pairs. This was across multiple pairs. It wasn't on this particular pair, but it was on multiple pairs. I just tweeted it out as I was doing this. I know KDP did a tweet about showing like Pulse Chain had a glitch that it did like 2300x. You know, these I couldn't find. I went through like I saw it on the Atropa and die pair. I couldn't find it there. I couldn't find any kind of trade there. But the fact that I saw it across multiple pairs is more than just a glitch. Something's cooking here. Something's cooking here. Whether this is another little signal, I don't know. I don't know. But this is also where Gecko terminal is superior because you can't actually see this. You can't see this on Dex Screener, but you can see it on Gecko terminal, interestingly enough. But this is to USD. You can't actually see it against the actual token itself. So yeah, the definition is really quite different as well with Gecko terminal. So you can see how like the wicks are more pronounced. The amount of volume it shows is a lot different. So if you have a look at this, it's a lot more accurate, put it this way. So here you've got NA, 24-hour volume, NA. But on here, it's showing the 24-hour volume. This is also why whenever these things happen, whenever we do get those massive spike things, it just like wigs out the whole system. So for me, again, I'm just like, well, it's not just a glitch. It's not just a glitch because literally when I try to use Gecko terminal after those points, the whole thing just shits itself because this is so accurate. It's reading like even all the arbitrage. So when something like that happens, it just sends like a wave, a pulse throughout the whole ecosystem, throughout the whole Atropa ecosystem, which is sending a pulse throughout all of Pulse Chain. And so all the pairs that this happens in is also like it's creating an arbitrage opportunity between every single pair. So it might only be like one trade up and down, and the arbitrage bot is going to quickly take it back down to its price, but it's happening across tens of thousands of liquidity pools. You don't get that glitch with Dex Screener because it doesn't actually read the definition of the volume and the arbitrage, whereas this does. So whenever that's happened, because I remember that the same thing happened when Pt I went up to 60 cents, the exact same thing. Remember when I was trying to check this yesterday? What's the date today? So today's the 7th. This happened on the 6th. I was trying to check this. Today's the 8th. That thing happened on the 6th. Remember I was checking this yesterday and it was Gecko terminal was like clogging up on the screen and it was just not loading. So it like live on screen, I'm showing it to you. So to me, these are just like endless signs. It's not, these things aren't something's happening. Shit's cooking in the background. So it just gives me more and more conviction in all of Pulse Chain. Excuse me. Okay, so now let's continue. So now we're having a look at TSFI. Yeah, I mean TSFI and this one, not a great deal is kind of being shown here, but it does represent a pretty interesting ratio that's been occurring for, see, this is the problem. See, it's only been showing it since the 4th of September because the data, again, just doesn't fully show. So, again, this token, and then this is with Yule. So let's have a look here. So, again, another scenario. So it's like, in other words, this token here was created. So the first token was created with the specific, actually, was created with the specific intention of like pumping the rest of the ecosystem. So all he had to do was basically bond this token to, like, say, the Atropa token, which might have had like a bunch of liquidity into it, bond it to that. That gives it liquidity, and then just dump the shit out of it. And then dump the shit out of it into these other pools. And then these other pools are pumping into other stuff. So again, same thing with G-Baby, that the Guat. So now this is with Yule. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I saw the same thing on here as well. Did I see it on here? I did not see it on here. So yeah, same chart. So, or essentially the same chart. Like look at the difference in the definition. There's a lot of arbitrage. So yeah, $445 of arbitrage volume, 1 million in liquidity. Here, nothing. So this is why Deck Screener is just not as good. So what was the next couple? So we've got two more to go here. So this is yeah, this is a bit of a pity. So maybe I might bring the problem is some of these pairs I couldn't actually. So I think we're finished with this one here. So let's I'll try bringing this one up on here. Yeah, remember when I was looking at Milady yesterday? Milady's had a massive pump too. That was good to see. So hopefully people are in some profits there. Yeah, like just sometimes it doesn't show the full definition. So 11th of September, but this liquidity pool was created in But look at this. Look at this chart though. Like, even though there's not a great deal of volume that's happening into it, it's really just like supposed to be some kind of up and to the right. It's set up in that kind of a way. And I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to see, at least until the end of the bull market, the chart just predictably do this. Oops. Because everything's just set up in harmony with other things. It's like a mathematical harmony. So it wouldn't surprise me if it just keeps doing something like this. So this is the Atropa ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen. It's a masterpiece. It's a beautiful thing. And that's why I'm always looking at the totality. I'm not looking at, I mean, I do look at individual tokens, obviously, but individual tokens they interest me less and less as the days go by. I'll be perfectly honest with you, because I love this concept of this total system. So now this is riding with DAI. This was also one that was created. Yeah. Doesn't really say a great deal, except that Pt I has a lot of strength against this particular token. So like I said, I've only just skimmed the surface. So this is only just the first 2 months, and it's not all the liquidity pools. So the Atropa ecosystem, obviously yesterday, as I showed, the Atropa token itself was set up with a whole bunch of PRC20s, Milady being one of them. So for the culture, I think Milady's awesome. But there was a bunch of other tokens, Doge, Zen, I think I saw Cookie, just a bunch of random shit in there. So, all right, before I get on to the next stage. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, for me, what did I see from this? Not a great deal. Not a great deal. I think seeing this, for me, was very important. The down to Atropa, the down to legal, the relationship between that is very important to me. This is only something that I discovered just yesterday or whenever I was going over this chart for the first time with you guys. I feel like that is very important. So for me, if I'm thinking about the bear market, I want to keep my very close eye on TSFI and down. And then I want to also keep a very, very close eye on legal, and just keep a close eye on maybe what Maria is doing in the bear market with legal, if he ends up doing anything with legal, or just what legal's bonded to. So if down ends up just mooning, then yeah, I just want to be ready to capture things, because if this is the scenario that ends up playing out, it really needs to be a better line than that, for goodness sakes. If this is a scenario that does end up playing out, let's just say I want to be all over it. I want to be all over the right kind of tokens to be in at the right time. I want to know what I should be in here. I want to know what I should be in here. I want to know what I should be in here. So even though now my bags are tiny, I want to, if this plays out, I want to be reading the market in such a way that I can just keep growing my bags. Because if this does play out, then this is a forever system. This is a system that's going to last until capitalism itself collapses. So even though, and I've mentioned this a few times, and I don't want to like piss on anybody's parade, but I do believe that all of this, because it's tied to capitalism, it will eventually fail. So as beautiful and elegant as this is, it will eventually fail because capitalism will fail. It's reaching its limits. Perhaps things like this can help us lead to what the new financial system is going to be, but I don't think the new financial system is going to be founded on any of these existing cryptocurrencies. I had someone in here the other day, Stu Lovell, talk about XRP and Quant as the new financial system, and XLM and HBAR. No. Like maybe it'll have a niche within this current financial system, but it's not the new financial system. The new financial system is when capitalism ends. It's an unsustainable system that lives off continuous growth. We cannot continue to exist that way. So capitalism will reach its limit, and the whole financial system will change completely. And then maybe AI and metaverse will be like helping us develop the new financial system. Maybe AI will develop it for us. I have no idea. So before I get into the next alpha, I think that's a pretty good thing to keep in mind, just to continue to watch. I think some of these teddy bear, like teddy bear to Atropa, teddy bear to dOWN, like anything with teddy bear, if you can swap things in a ratio, and you love teddy bear, and you can just grab a cheeky double, like, I mean, you don't even need a cheeky double, even a cheeky plus 50 with teddy bear. If you can grab a cheeky plus 50 with your teddy bear here, and you end up swapping like I don't know, whatever. So Atropa, if you swap Atropa to teddy bear down here, I mean, it's a risk, but it certainly seems like there's ranges forming, but it is a risk. And I wouldn't say go ahead and do it, but I'm just saying, like, these are certain things that you can actually look at. So especially if you're a small bag holder like myself. So that's another thing. And then not too much more. I mean, this was a quite interesting one I found. Did we have a look? Did we look closer into this one? So there are two Korean symbols here. So we brought this one up. What date is this going to give us? So for some reason, they'll only end up showing to the start of January. Why? So this must have been when Gecko Terminal got set up or something. But it's fascinating because for this particular token, it goes all the way back to May when it was launched. But for these tokens, that the data is not showing fully on Dex Screener. All of them that I tried to bring up, for some reason, it was only the start of the year. So, hey, maybe there's another clue there. What happened at the start of the year? Anything in particular? I mean, was that when Gecko Terminal really became something? I mean, the start of the year, that's only a month. So, yeah. Oh, actually, no. Some of them were start of the year and some of them were the start of previous year, perhaps, like January 2024. So,